All right, so I didn't film anything this morning because my phone died. Kind of like on my way to Chester, where I had like 5% left, so I didn't want to waste that on videoing when I needed to get around town. But now I've been in town, and my stuff is somewhat charged. I've done my resupply, I've done my laundry and my shower at the laundromat. And I'm walking to a coffee shop to sit around and use the Wi-Fi, as I do. I was gonna hero Get Out, but I think I'm gonna stay the night at. There's a little park that I guess people camp at, because I just want to enjoy the day and enjoy town and have a little bit of a rest and a bit of a mental break too. So that's kind of what my plan for the day is. And yeah, I don't know if there's anything exciting. I'll keep you updated. All right, it is maybe 5:15. I slept behind the baseball fields last night because that's what I heard that everyone did. Honestly, it was kind of not good sleep. Like, just because you could hear the traffic and the cows, and I think I'm just spoiled from the woods. So that was interesting, but yeah. I just got a gas station breakfast burrito and a coffee, and this burrito is like the best thing I've ever had. That's maybe a slight exaggeration, but it's really good. I'm doing pretty well, just taking a break, mostly for my stomach from the coffee and the gas station burrito, although they were really good. But yeah, I'm back on trail. Got a hitch pretty easily this morning. Was on trail by like 6:15, 6:30, which was cool because it was like, yeah, that's when I'd be starting to hike on a normal day. But yeah, taking a little break on this climb. The next few days to Burney should be pretty easy. Today is like kind of like average easy, and then the next 2 days are like easy, like super flat. It'll still suck a bit because it's like we're still until Burney in burn areas pretty consistently, but like the hiking should go by relatively painlessly. Ooh, excuse me. And then on a whim last night, I booked a motel room in Burney, which is nice because I don't usually do motel or hotel rooms, especially not if I'm not splitting it with someone else. But it wasn't too expensive, and it'll be nice to like have a night in a room to myself. I'm kind of continually like, I don't know if this makes sense, interested in skipping burn areas like this. Like I would if there was an opportunity that made sense, but also like if the logistics are too complicated, then it's just not worth it. So I was like thinking about that while I was in Chester, but it seemed kind of too complicated, and I'll probably reevaluate in Burney. Because it's the sort of thing where it's like most places there isn't public transit around like that. It's the U.S. But then without that, it's like long hitches in places that the trail isn't. And like I feel totally comfortable hitching alone to and from trail to town, but I don't want to do longer stuff alone. But if someone else wanted to do it, or if someone else had a plan to do it, I would be so in. So that's just something that I feel like until the end of NorCal is kind of like unlikely, but on the table for sure. So I was just thinking about that. I will, regardless of any other schemes that may or may not happen, be taking as much dirt road walking as I can through the burned areas there, because they are pretty overgrown, which is just like really frustrating and hurts. My legs are all scratched up. It sucks if you just have shorts, because it's just like unavoidable. and some really pokey plants. So I will be hoping for as many dirt road walks or side trips as I can get, honestly. Also, there are trees along this dirt road, which is so lovely to have trees that are alive and give you shade. What luxury. Also, my phone's gonna die again because the cord that goes from my battery bank to my phone I think doesn't work, but there's like a guest ranch lodge thing later today, so I'm gonna try to charge up there because the cord that goes from my brick to my phone does work. So hopefully I can charge up there and be good, but if not, I might not have some video for a while. We'll see. That is, I think, Boiling Lake, and it is such an interesting color, and you can like smell it. I think it's kind of sulfury, and my phone's on 3%, so it will be dead soon, but I just thought that was too cool to not show. What up? Phone is charged. I'm at the Drakestad Lodge place. I don't know. They have a bunch of expensive cabins, but I'm going to the campground is the plan. I got a couple of sodas, one that I drank and one that I brought with me for dinner. And I got to charge my phone. Honestly, if all stretches for my battery bank to stop working, this isn't a bad one, because I got a almost full charge there, and then I can get a full charge tomorrow if I get the old station before the store closes, and then that should set me up till Bernie for sure. So not a huge deal. But yeah, I'm usually not too hot on staying at campgrounds where you have to pay. I think this one is like $20. But Lassen, because we're in Lassen, if you didn't know, because I haven't videoed all day. For half of the day, we've been in Lassen National Park, and while you're in Lassen, you're only allowed to disperse camp if you have a bear canister, and so most people will camp right before Lassen and then just do it all in a day because it's about 19 miles through Lassen. But because I started at the road to Chester this morning, if I were to go all the way through the park, I think it'd be over a 30 for me, and I do not have any desire to do 30s really on this trail, honestly. So I'm gonna stay at the campground. Yeah, I thought about just finding a random spot and getting far enough off trail that no one would ever know, but I try to mostly kind of follow the rules as best I can. Sometimes I don't, like when I camp behind the baseball field in Chester, but yeah,